of the United States. I guess it's easy to get some knowledge on him if you sit down, study all of his games and how he plays. So I'm a little concerned, honestly, for Light. I don't want to diminish his skill, but honestly, MkBigBoss has a very solid opportunity to snipe down early stocks if he manages to catch Light off stage.
Yeah, and in 2025, I mean, I think before it was like, oh, well, you know, this player's region has Rob and da-da-da-da. But, like, Rob has been around and has been relevant for so long. I don't know if that really matters. Another back air does not connect, though. MkBigBoss had such a perfect situation, but I think Light just hard drifting in there with that illusion. You can drift back or you can drift in. I think there's 3 different essentially distances you can go with the illusion. So BigBoss trying to cash out and read the shortened version to get the early stock, which I think you got to go for those hard reads, right? You need to try and get the stock. You need to KO Fox early. If you don't, if you let this character back on stage, Fox can be an absolute menace in terms of damage output and just how early Fox can get the stock on Rob specifically, because Rob is usually heavy, right?
He is. And that's exactly right, and that's exactly what I meant. Shout out to Crooks and Castles. I am concerned for Light, and you saw why. Right at the beginning, he was just 1 edge guard away from getting absolutely demolished incredibly early on. So he has to play perfectly. He has to be careful when he recovers, and that's exactly why I am concerned about Light just a little bit, because BigBoss has been playing perfectly so far in what we've seen in his performance as a competitor, not only in the States, not only in Mexico, but all over the world. So it is a little bit concerning. After all, Light is a master of adaptation, and once he gets a grip on you, BigBoss also needs to be extremely careful of how he avoids the blender, in which I'm sure Light will put him in several times.
You see BigBoss kind of retreating and playing underneath the platform, really shutting down that falling nair. That is the money maker for Fox, especially at these KO percents. That soft nair into the up smash, something you've seen throughout many, many Smash games, but also just getting that soft nair into tech chase, and Light gonna usually be on point to go ahead and get the up smash. 148% MkBigBoss. If you can abuse the weight of Rob, it's gonna be a very big deal. As long as you're not getting nair up smash at around like 190 or 90%, then you're looking really good as BigBoss.
Ooh.
And there's the dunk. And has many way Rob having many tools in terms of edge guarding Fox here. So see up an entire stock. But if it's one thing about both of these characters, they can both make comebacks fairly easily. So I mean, being down a stock, not too crazy, but it is still a big deal. Platform tech chase, no. Just gonna go ahead and utilize the up B. Even if you don't have a double jump there, that was a great play by MkBigBoss. You do not want to get Fox a platform tech chase. Yeah,
not overextending too much, just waiting for Light's decision on the platform and punishing effectively. Light does have the opportunity to shark BigBoss, especially while he sits comfortably under the platform. And it's scary because even though BigBoss is off stage, he really poses no threat. Fox struggles to get anything off stage unless he overcommits. So that has to be a bit of a gamble that he has to make a decision upon. Quick turnaround to punish each other out with up smashes. It's ultimately Light who ends up getting that stock, although at percentage, it's really high, Charles.
The percentages are high, but one thing about Fox is the damage comes easy. So one up air can be everything, but now there's no double jump off stage. There's surely it. No, gonna go scoop underneath illusion, underneath the twirl there. The down smash coming out from Rob. Ooh, down tilt. Okay, you get the hard nair down tilt. That's really good. You want your opponent to be around this 30% mark as a floaty character here. So Light getting that hard nair in the down tilt is a really big deal. It's a big setup into the rest of this stock here, but barely gets nipped by the top. That's huge. Now BigBoss and just getting the snatch.
All right.
Wow, I think maybe Light, it almost felt like Light was trying to come in for a dash grab, but dash grab having slower frame data than the standing grab there. And BigBoss might have just hard read that too and throw out the grab preemptively. But man, what a play coming out from BigBoss using the grab on defense there against Fox.
All right, hoodie comes off. Light is getting prepared.
Dang,
I'll be honest with you, I haven't seen Light roll off his sleeves in a while. So it'd be interesting to see if he does that for this set in particular. After all, it's a bit of an interesting match because, I mean, historically, Light does have a bit of an edge in this matchup, I do believe. I don't know if on BigBoss he does, but I know that he fights with Samba quite often, and he knows that matchup pretty well. But still, it's hard to deal with someone that's used to this kind of weird or uncomfortable matchups such as BigBoss.
Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, knowing the Rob matchup in 2025, I mean, I don't think it takes that much. I mean, it's just not that uncommon to not know the matchup, right? So I mean, here, Rob is good because there's so many different ways to play Rob. So just because you can play well versus Samba does not mean that directly carries on over to MkBigBoss here, as we saw in game number 1. But Light having a hot start here in game number 2, getting the up smash, getting the stock, and really a big deal here, but losing it at around 40 to 50%. That is just the life of Fox here.
You don't know this, but I'm a sucker for spikes. Like, I need them injected straight to my veins. So.
Visually, as a spectator, seeing spikes is always just amazing.
I'm a Falcon main, so I fiend for those as well every single time I can. But listen, right now, like doing a really big number on BigBoss, not only because of his percentage, but also because he's not letting him land. Just chasing down on BigBoss and getting so much in return.
Tries to get the forward smash. Not having too much end lag here, so Light going to still be able to keep the on-stage pressure alive. Trying to catch that falling forward here, maybe some kind of drag down into the tech chase here. Throws out the jab, but the instant roll to the left, not having enough frame advantage in that situation. Now MkBigBoss firing back, punishing the tech in place with up tilt up air. This is prime percent here for BigBoss. A down tilt up smash could do the trick here. Does catch the 50-50 there. I mean, the only option to avoid that forward smash is tech roll in. So if you ever get a tech chase as Fox right at the edge there, you're able to just flip the coin with that forward smash. And in tournament, it's nice to go for a coin flip instead of an up smash reaction, you know?
I agree. Light's looking phenomenal at this point. He is changing up a lot of how he approaches, and he's punishing BigBoss left and right. Lots of percentage already on the big machine. Struggling to get this stock because he is off that percentage window that he gets a confirm of. So Light has an easier time to escape that, trying to challenging him and waiting on BigBoss to pull the trigger, punish effectively. Light getting a beautiful and a very well-deserved game number 2 in his favor.
Yeah, it's back and forth here for both of these players. MkBigBoss opening up really strong game number 1, but Light firing back there. We saw some of the more classic Fox setups, like those tech chases, the forward smashes, and at the end there, we didn't see it connect, but the dash attack, any active dash attack is going to be very powerful. For ledge trapping specifically, we even see characters like Sonic and stuff like that use that. Just any kind of dash attack that is active, even if your character moves a lot during it, since you're at the edge of the stage and you can't move off the stage, you're essentially putting an active hitbox right at ledge jump and normal getup, which is so powerful. And then there's even characters like Fox that can combo things like that, especially if you get the tail end of it into things like back air and things like that. So
100% agreed. Now BigBoss with the color swap. Now he is coated in the blood of his enemies at this point, trying to get this stock as early as possible, but Light is just doing so well, keeping BigBoss, keeping Rob in the air, not being able to challenge the laser coming out as the aggressive recovery from BigBoss just allows him to come back into the stage and start racking damage of his own. Gotta be mindful though, because now that we are on its second phase of Rage, BigBoss could do numbers, but he gets quickly cut off by a beautiful chase down and up smash from Light.
Yeah, and that's when Fox looks absolutely broken, is when you're getting those option selects. So off the neutral air, you throw out one jab, that covers miss tech, and then Fox just has so much frame advantage in certain situations. You can just throw out the single jab, make sure you don't go into jab 2, and then just react from there with up smash. Light does exactly that, and you'll get the stock guaranteed every single time, but it is a skill check. You got to be on point here. And when Fox starts dropping those, that's when those red alerts, red flags go off here. Man, the up air is still not enough. Maybe a bit too low down air. Not going to connect. BigBoss, I mean, usually you don't see Fox at this high percentage. BigBoss really needs to close it out.
Yeah, we don't get to see it too often, and he will for sure take advantage of that situation. Rage is almost at maximum, and BigBoss is suffering a lot.
You can't get by there.
That's that's a reset on the jab, and a quick trigger pull from a Light to get another stock with up smash. Early percent combos, that's exactly where Light wants to be.
And of course, I mean, we talked about precision. Light with the triple up tilt, max precision there. You got to be really skillful to do that combo. But BigBoss, of course, getting the first stock wiped off the board. We're going to have to see some really nasty offstage plays if BigBoss wants to bring this back into his favor here. Okay, there's the Z drop. Oh, the lock, the forward smash, and this is a really good setup. Look at how far Light is off stage here. Goes for the high recovery, but the forward smash looking the wrong way. Light in that situation doesn't even mind taking like something like a down smash or a forward smash to the left. So right there, Light picking the poison really well.
For sure. Now, Light, again, feeling super comfortable. At this point, the damage is pretty high, but still Big Boss needs to find a confirm something to capitalize on and finally get this stock, while Light still runs rampant with a lot of pressure, not letting Big Boss feel comfortable enough and punishing with those beautiful parries that translate into yet again more ledge control from the Fox main that's just doing a really good job at putting Big Boss in suffering mode.
Oh man, not going to hit the down tilt into the down smash there. Dropping that tech chase is huge. Now Light has another shot to get this nair. You already know, what does the Fox player want? That falling nair is going to be juicy. We'll see if Light mixes up with the down air as well. Going to be the multi-hit option that can mess up some parry timings, right? It's always going to be the thing, but it looks like it's going to be a tech chase off of, was that nair or forward tilt?
It was the jab. Yeah, jab reset.
Oh, jab reset, but what?
Oh, no, forward tilt.
It was forward tilt,
yeah.
okay. So forward tilt actually setting up that tech chase scenario there, and hey man, forward tilt, nair, you name it, the jab OS is going to be there, ready to roll here for Light. Good stuff. Going to be a very convincing game number 3. Big Boss, a handful of interactions away from pulling it into his favor here, but we'll see how game number 4 goes here. We'll see what the counter pick is.
Yeah, it was nair. Sorry about that.
Oh, it was nair? Okay.
Thank you, Chad. I appreciate it. It was just so fast. Sorry about that. Remember that at venue, lots of things happen. We need to be also paying attention to what the production is telling us, what is happening at the venue. We have pop-ups left and right. It's crazy.
Yo, people are going crazy for rivals. Let's go.
That's why we rely on you, Chad, as well, to keep us centered and keep us in check. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you so much for keeping us ready. Now, game number 4 is about to start, and it's scary because we see a Light that is reinvigorated, that feels comfortable and aggressive. Starts already racking up quick damage on Big Boss, who's struggling to even land, Charles.
That's the one thing you definitely don't want to get. The 2 main moves you don't want to get hit by against Fox at 0% is going to be that rising forward air, the full hop forward air, ooh, great footstool, or that landing back air that goes into chains into dash attack at 0%. So, I mean, Light getting one of the god openers here. MkBigBoss really trying to incorporate this fair into, or footstool into down air. Any kind of footstool out of shield is going to be really strong against Fox because Fox doesn't have that much great air mobility, but incredible back air.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, a little unexpected there, honestly, because it was Light who started off quite hot, quite aggressive, and quite effective as well. We see Big Boss, and I'm noticing that he's falling prey of trying to catch Light with those up smashers, and that's exactly what Light is getting the most punishes off. Still, great job from Light, just fighting back, immediately taking that stock back, trying to get that stock early on. Big Boss doing a really good job at forcing Light to spend the jumps, and recovery will be almost impossible. Let's see if he gets the spike. Still, that's a little too low, and even though the spike wasn't necessary, it was such a clean stock from Big Boss. Looking really good to maybe take us into yet another game number 5.
Yeah, I mean, just the timing of the down air, it forced Light to try and go for an angle because he just didn't want to get down air, right? Yeah, so, I mean, good stuff regardless. Light pretty much checkmated. No way that Fox is getting back there, right? Big Boss doing an incredible job. Oh my goodness, that back air call out, that would have been it.
See?
Oh man, there. Oh no follow-up after the nair. Nair into like maybe forward or side B could have been it, giving Light another chance. But I think you're not sweating too bad if you're Big Boss. You're up an entire stock. Fox already at 111% here. Oh, but wait a minute. Maybe I spoke a little too soon. Light cooking up some kind of comeback here. The back air connects.
I love just Big Boss throwing the laser and it bouncing on the platform. That was such a nice coverage option from Big Boss. Very unfortunate that it didn't connect. Otherwise, that would have been so clean to watch, and I would have screamed right there. Good try, good tech chase from Light, trying to catch Big Boss there on a roll. Unfortunately, not being able to get it, and that might cost him quite a lot. The stock is taken, but 120% is just so much for a little Fox that could. Maybe, actually, if he chases down and uses this rage, he might be able to snipe that game back.
Don't get hit by upper, I'll tell you that. That is not going to be pretty for Big Boss. But I feel like Big Boss has quite the lead. Wait, that's the move. That's the damage dealer there. 16%, and it combos into itself. Going to be really strong here, but Light on the last embers. Oh, the gyro save into the pile driver. It was all planned from the beginning. MkBigBoss bringing us to game number 5 here.
That was so scary because Light had that, but gyro was there to get down, Mr. President, I got you. That was so wild. That was such clutch moment, honestly, from Big Boss. Ain't no way. I agree with you, Chad. That was crazy. He needs to take a breather. He needs to chill down.
Light is raging so hard that he's just giving up. He walked away. He said ban gyro, and he just walked up. No,
and Big Boss stimming himself.
He's getting water. He's getting water, Chad.
Big Boss stimming himself as well, trying to calm down, knows that this is a high-stakes situation, that it was just one slip away from, one tick away from slipping away. So that was scary. That could have been a game.
Those are the kind of games you don't want to lose. Like, you're up a stock, you're at like 2 stocks low percent, your opponent is at last stock past 100, and then you go for some kind of stock take, doesn't work out, you lose the stock, and then all of a sudden, all the gas, all the momentum on your opponent's side, right? But, of course, Big Boss with the big brain bait.
Yep. Quick shout out to a funny comment in chat. Brodan, name a more iconic couple than Big Boss and his gyro.
Hey, there you go.
And I agree, honestly. That was such a clutch.
Iconic duo, man.
Clutch moment for sure. All right. Indomitable Mexican spirit. Gyro. That is funny. All right. Game number 5. This is it. Do or die. Charles, how do you feel about life?
I mean, it's so back and forth here. It really comes. I mean, Light does showcase. You give Light a hit on Rob, it is going to hurt so bad. It's going to be mainly, can Light survive, get to that like 60-70% mark, so when getting hit off stage you can at least get a little bit of height here. My goodness, the flurry of down tilts. So far it's not looking good for Light. I mean, MkBigBoss doing such an incredible job, not taking a single percent here. Platform tech chase, but you don't get the up air. Those are the openings. Those are what you need as Fox. I like that, not going into the forward tilt, just angle up, or not going into the up tilt, angled up forward tilt into another dash attack. Just really great on floaties.
Good pursuit from Light, just making use of that low percentage opportunity that Fox just thrives off very close to the upper blast zone. He's trying to chase him down. You cannot overextend that much, otherwise a raw or stray nair will catch you. Gotta be mindful of gyro. That has been the bane of Light's existence at this point.
Man.
And you gotta be mindful. Great chase down, knowing that down smash would have covered both sides. Unfortunately for Big Boss, that was not the stock just yet.
Under this platform, Big Boss does not want to get hit by the nair, and exactly that. Just throwing out those active hitbox around that area, that back air, really doing work here. And wow, what a whip punish there. I think most Fox players would go for something like an up air or some other sort of punish, but Light always getting the maximum punish, which is what separates the good Foxes from the best Foxes here. Light always getting the optimal punishes here, even mixing things up like into that forward tilt chain, right? Always trying to innovate this character, and even someone like Big Boss really pushing the character's edge guarding potential, even out of shield, doing the footstool down airs. You really need to squeeze as much as you can out of the character you play, right?
I 100% agree. They're being so scrappy right now. They have to box each other out. They have to challenge each other out as well. They know this. They go for the parries. They go for the hyper aggression, and it's working on both ends. Right now, you could say that percentages are somewhat even. Big Boss still not on the second phase of rage, and that might make the difference. The boosted jump, the boosted glide just to catch him with an up air. That's such a nice way from Big Boss to take a stock, but he's not too far behind. Light could still take this stock back and bring us to a last stock situation with low percentages, and that's exactly where Light thrives the most.
Yeah, you never want to let a Fox player get away with these high illusions, right? Oh, and there is the call out with the forward smash. This is so close, and I love that MkBigBoss took to the skies, Rashido, if you will, and went all the way up there to catch the high illusion. Now we're down a single stock apiece. This is down to the wire, and this is game 5 as well.
Super scary, because you know that Light is looking for that entrance, for that opening in order to rack up quick percentage, while Big Boss is trying to stop it. He knows that he has to be very wary and, of course, very methodical of how he approaches. Otherwise, he will eat up damage just like that. 60%, Charles.
Bang, 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 bang. The rhythm game of Fox.
Yep.
Just those up airs connecting over and over again. And Rob, having that large body frame, is going to be very susceptible to even more of those up airs. I mean, sometimes you even take one extra up air for your troubles here. Trying to get the down air. We saw that working quite a bit earlier on in this game, but I don't think maybe Big Boss kind of toning it back on the parry. That is a parry mix-up on that nair here. Oh, and the gyro control. We've seen so much of the game's momentum pivot to whoever has control of that gyro. The down tilts are coming out. Doesn't get the grab, though. What? Nair drill? Oh, does not get sour. If you get sour dash attack there, that's also true combo in the up smash there. So Big Boss has another chance. Fox at 50%. This is still very doable here for MkBigBoss.
I'm noticing that Big Boss is giving away his gyro for free, basically. The way that he's throwing it just allows Light to catch it and capitalize off of it. So that's going to be a bit of an interesting situation, a decision-making that might be costing Big Boss a little bit. I know that he might be trying to mix him up a little bit so that he either commits to grabbing the gyro or puts himself in a bad situation. But just like that, Light allows himself to just go in, hammer damage hit after hit to make sure that Big Boss gets sent into the loser side of bracket. That was such an intense bracket, such a nice way to wrap things up. Light goes out with a dub, and Big Boss will have to keep on fighting through the bracket.
Yeah, so Big Boss getting sent to the loser side of things. But I will say, in that scenario, most of the time you see a backer like that connect onto Rob, even with the rage, you don't really expect it to get the KO. But one thing Light has been doing that Light has been getting a lot better at is unstaling or making sure that back